Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Smoking Section Podcast. I'm your host, Jamar, and I'm joined by the proprietor to my top left, John,
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
and I'm also joined by the hater, West, to my top right, because haters don't hate.
I'm going ahead in the book.
You already know.
And I know y'all probably tired of me. Y'all in the comments, man. He about to say it again. And yes, I'm about to say it again. Tonight, we have a very special episode, and I mean it. It's a very, very special episode tonight, and it's iconic in hip hop.
For real.
Yeah.
This episode we're going to review or talk about. We can say it's the end of unity in hip hop. Hip hop was always united, you know what I'm saying? But that show did something. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss the second annual 1995 Source Awards. How y'all feel about that?
Man, you said something right there because I ain't even really. I guess I thought about it, but I never really put it into words the way that you just did. Like, yeah, I think that's a strong point to say that was like the beginning of the division and tribalism, if you will. You know, all of that stuff in hip hop. I think that was like really the beginning of it. When we was talking about when we was even considering on discussing this topic, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, like, cause all of the stuff that happened from this one show in hip hop history really
Started domino effect.
it's domino effect. You feel me? Like the trajectory of how so many things went from this one award show is it's like, and obviously, we're not hip hop historians, if you will. I would say Jamar is. I would say you're probably you're like the closest one, I would say. But we are hip hop heads, right? We are generally music heads, but we are hip hop heads. It's our culture. And all of the stuff that went down, and now that we look back across these years, you could just see like, yup, it's so easy to say like, yup, that was when it started. This was the catalyst for everything that happened afterwards. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts on the topic. What you got, Wes?
Um, both of y'all, hit the nail on the head with what y'all just said about about this award show and how everything went to a downhill spiral. How stuff just changed in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
Yo.
I would say like the first thing about this whole conversation, this whole topic, were actually to really let the viewers know, if they don't know, how important the source was to hip hop back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Others and stuff like that. Like, like Source Hip Hop Magazine was pretty much the first of its kind. Would y'all agree?
Yeah.
Right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Source Hip Hop Magazine was the first of its kind, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this was something that was like really for us. Like, for real, other media platforms, news and stuff like that, MTVs and whatever magazines and stuff like that. Around that time, hip hop was, how can I say this? Because like I said, I'm not a hip hop historian, around that time, hip hop wasn't even close to gaining the acceptance, the recognition, and the attention that it has gotten in recent decades, right? Would y'all agree with that in recent years or whatever?
Yeah.
So we got this
Yeah.
zine now that is completely, what's the word I'm searching for? Completely exclusive to hip hop, to rap. You know, like it was founded in 1988 though. Founders was David Mays and John Schechter. I always knew about David Mays. I never really knew about the John Schechter dude. I wasn't if I'm pronouncing that right. But I also
White boys too.
excuse me.
It was two white boys too.
Yeah, two white boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
It started as a newsletter in Harvard. You know, so late 80s, mid 90s, you know, they rose to power. I ain't gonna really get into all of that because I ain't do that much research on it. But it was known as the hip hop Bible, though, for real. Universally among hip hop fans, the source was the go-to thing for who was coming out, who was dropping an album, who signed to who had beef. We getting these interviews and stuff like that. You know, like we had the 5 mic rating system.
Oh yeah.
Right? The
Yeah.
5 mic rating system. Like, if y'all don't know, like getting 5 mics in the source, ladies and gentlemen, was everything. It was everything.
Yeah.
For real. Like, seriously. What y'all think about that? Like, just the 5 mic rating system, you know? What's y'all thoughts on how that contributed to hip hop itself?
You want to go first, Wes?
You go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. I ain't. You want to talk together for this?
The five mics, man. That was everything, man. That was law. It was whatever it says. That's what it is. If your mic, I mean not mic, but if your album was rated, 3.5 to 4 mics or better, everybody was finna go buy your shit.
Yeah.
And the unsigned hype method, like too, if you ever read the source, all on the last few pages, there's a section called the unsigned hype, and there's usually somebody that's underground or somebody that's ready to blow soon. That meant a lot too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And real quick, like you said, bro, they started the source jump in '88, but they didn't start giving out the Source Awards to '91. And they started doing shit on MTV, MTV Raps for my old heads, you know what I'm talking about? MTV Raps. And in the Source magazine, they linked up together. And that was the first jump.
Yeah. You got any thoughts on the 5 mics rating system?
Just like Jamal said, the 5 mics, know what I'm saying, Joe? You get the who's who. You get the who's who's of albums and it really wasn't based on us fans voting on it. It's like the higher ups, the producers and everything voting on this. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the Source magazines back in the day.
For real, like Jamal said, it was law. You was checking to see what those mics had, and just from the original era of the Source, we had Illmatic Nas. You feel me? 5 mics in '94. Ready to Die Big. You feel me? 94, 5 mics. Into the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, 5 mics. Only Built for Cuban Links. Raekwon, the infamous Mobb Deep, 5 mics. All Eyes on Me, Pac, 5 mics. Nas, It Was Written, 5 mics. Life After Death, Big, 5 mics. Aquaman, Outkast, 5 mics. Like, you feel me? Blueprint, The Fix, Jay-Z and Scarface, Stankonia. Like, the 5 mics was so official. And then retroactively, The album Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim was given 5 mics. The Chronic, Dr. Dre was given 5 mics, and Reasonable Doubt Jay-Z was given 5 mics. Unsigned Hype. Some of the unsigned hype dudes was like, and mind you, like Jamal was saying, like unsigned hype was literally self-explanatory. It was for the underground, right? People that was lesser known but coming up. It was like a
For the younger kids out there, it's your version of the double XL freshman class, but it's just one person.
Oh, perfect. Like the valedictorian, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. And some of those guys was Big, Eminem, Common, DMX. You feel me? Like it had a lot of people that was on. David Banner was on Unsigned Hype. They had Trick Daddy on Unsigned Hype. Capone Noriega, Unsigned Hype. Joel Ortiz. A lot of people for real, like, and a lot of people made it too.
Yeah, Big was on Unsigned Hype in '92.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, which leads to the '95 Source Awards. And man, like it was just, and like you know, you were saying, like I was a kid watching it live, and I didn't know everybody. You know, I knew who Wu-Tang was though.
Right. Yeah. Right.
On some real shit. You know.
I knew who Wu-Tang and Bone Thugs were. You already know that.
Yo.
I was familiar with I was watching it back. I'm like, dog, okay, yeah. I recognize Snoop, Dre, Wu-Tang, Run DMC.
Running them, yep. So like I'm gonna go give a rundown of some of the artists that was nominated and who won and stuff like that. Artist of the Year group, Wu-Tang won. The nominees were Salt-N-Pepa, Gang Starr, Heavy D and the Boys. Wu-Tang took that. Artist of the Year solo. Nominees were Snoop, Scarface, Queen Latifah, MC8. Snoop took that. New Artist of the Year group, Outkast, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Al Scratch, Smith and Wesson. It's crazy. Bone Thugs and Harmony ain't take that. Outkast took that, which was some controversy behind that. You feel me? Then you got New Artist of the Year solo. Nominees: Big, Warren G, Method Man, Da Brat. Damn, that's a nice little, right?
Yeah.
For real, that's a nice little one. Big took that one home. Lyrics of the Year, group or solo. Nominees was Big, Redman, Nas, and Big Mike. Big took that one home. Rap album.
And hold on, real quick. I'm surprised Big Mike got nominated in that motherfucker. I'm like, what?
I'm surprised Nas. Well, I ain't really surprised Nas ain't take that home because Big was like really popping. But then you got Redman in there too. Like, okay,
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Big Mike would have won that shit. They would have burnt that motherfucker down.
For real though. So
they hated the South of the world, but we gonna get into it though.
Rap album of the year was nominees: Big, Ready to Die, Nas, Illmatic, Outkast, Southern Playlist, Cadillac Music, Scarface, The Diary. Like 94 was a great year for hip hop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it really was, yo. Like, for real, Big took that home. You feel me? Then we got single of the year. Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, Lady of Rage, Afro Puffs, Warren G featuring Nate Dogg, Regulate, which that song right there has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Real shit. Craig Mack took that home with Flavor in Your Ear. Motion Picture Soundtrack of the year. Nominees: Above the Rim, Jason's Lyric, Murder Was the Case, Poetic Justice, and Above the Rim took that. Acting, performance, movie or TV. Ice Cube, Higher Learning. He got that. He got that for Higher Learning. R&B Artist of the Year nominees: Mary J. Blige, TLC, Brandy, R. Kelly. Mary J. Blige took that home. You knew Mary was going to take that. Producer of the Year.
I thought TLC was going to get it, though.
I ain't gonna lie, Kelly was up there, and Brandy.
I thought, that's what I thought was gonna take it right there was Kelly.
That was a good year though. Look at the nominees: Mary J. Blige, TLC, Brandy.
TLC had a big ass 1994 too, though. I think the people out there forgot.
Was that Crazy Sexy Cool or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sexy Cool, Waterfall, Red Light Special.
I'll say
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll say one 94 the year the what's that came out for Kills yeah 12 play yeah.
12 play. Yeah. So
it came out in 94.
I was just asking. I was asking.
Let me see. Let me go back and see.
Probably gotta check.
Yeah, probably gonna check that.
I'm checking that now. I'm checking it now. I want to go. I know I'm saying, Joe. No wrong status out here.
Somebody in the comments will probably let us know.
Yeah. But
Producer of the Year nominees: Dr. Dre, DJ Premier, Easy Mo B, Pete Rock. You already know Dre took that one home. Reggae Artist of the Year, Mad Lion. He took that home. Performer of the Year or group or solo. Nominees was Big. Well, no, Big just took that home. Video of the Year nominees was Dre and Cube, Natural Born Killers, Craig Mack, Flavor, Snoop Dogg, Murder Was the Case, Coolio, Fantastic Voyage, which was my personal favorite out of all of those. But Dre and Cube took that one. And the Lifetime Achievement Award was awarded to Eazy-E, and the Pioneer Award was awarded to Run DMC. Yep, so that was all of those.
Okay, I just looked it up and I was wrong. 94 was not when the year that 12 play came out. That was in 93.
Okay.
yeah, not but a year off though.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it was obviously music-wise, right? And for the fans, I believe 94 was a very great year for hip-hop. Look at all of those names that was Gang Starr, Heavy D and the Boys, Scarface, Queen Latifah, MC8, Smith and Wesson, Big, Redman. Nah, you know, like
94 and 95.
Yeah, you know, like Outkast and all of that. But which brings me to one of the first things that I would like to talk about.
All right, here we go.
And I went back and I watched this clip about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna cap on it too.
Like personally, like on some real shit. Me being a hip hop head and being a New Yorker, y'all already see it. Y'all hardly ever see me without this Yankee on. Like for real. I'm a New Yorker through and through. I love my boom bap. I love my East Coast rap. With all of that being said, watching Outkast get booed like that, that's embarrassing, B. This is out, like on some real shit. Like this is out. Now, obviously, they was going up just to receive new artists, right? New group artists. So obviously they was new. So we didn't know all of the stuff that they was going to do. But even still, that shit is like, that's not a good look. For me personally, that was not a good look for hip hop at all. And it wasn't a real good look for East Coast either, man, or West Coast. They was Southern. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, y'all booing. You feel me? Like this is rap. Rap is for every motherfucking body, yo. And then like Andre said, the South got something to say, and that really did set off a chain of events in the South. I went back when I was doing my research on all of this stuff, like
Yeah.
a lot of dudes, Big Gibb, you feel me? You got Big Gibb, you got Killer Mike, you feel me? A lot of Southern artists, even T.I. and Ludacris, they had opinions in their interviews, and when they was asked about stuff like that, they all said the same thing. That was our arms. You feel me?
Yeah.
We saw Andre up there saying like, "Yo, we the South. Like, we know this East Coast, West Coast stuff. East Coast. We know y'all started this. West Coast, we already know. You feel me? But it's room for everybody to eat type shit in this. And
Right. Yeah.
And the South had their own culture that they was trying to put in music. You feel me? And represent in music. It didn't have to be the West Coast shit. It didn't have to be the East Coast shit. You know, we got our boom pat, we got our gritty, we got our lyricism, we have our wordplay, similes and punchlines and stuff. West Coast gangsta bounce, G-funk. You know, the South came with something completely different, and I respected it. But in that moment, man, that shit didn't look good. But I do like how it put a fire under the South belt. And I ain't gonna say the whole motherfucking South, because some shit in recent years is crazy. But back then, yeah, them motherfuckers was doing their thing, for real.
If you finish,
Yeah. What you think about Andre 3000 segment, Outkast segment?
I would say that whole part right there is like, okay, all right. Yeah, true. East Coast and West Coast, they planted their flag in this. So now, all right, now we come here, we as one as a wood, we can appreciate it by our peers and by you also fans too. And all by us fans, I should say by you fans, it's us fans, and for us to come up here and for y'all to boo, and for y'all to boo us like this, it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
What you got on that,
You know, we all tend to leave out the part when Andre came up there. You know, the most iconic part is the South got something to say. That's the tagline right there. But we always leave out the part he said before that. He said, "You close-minded people."
Yeah.
The South has something to say. Now, what's y'all opinion? What y'all think he mean about that? You close-minded people.
I know exactly what he mean by it, because I see it today in so many other different scenarios, situations, topics, and stuff. Closed-minded people. And I feel like closed-minded doesn't have to, like, I think he's actually right. Like, for real, like, we don't want to hear, even me. We had a whole show on generational bias in hip hop. That's being closed-minded, you know?
Yeah.
And so right there, what he was pretty much talking about was the regional bias, as opposed to generational bias. It was regional bias. You feel me? We know New York started this, right? And we know the West Coast had NWA, they got Death Row, they got Dre and Snoop, and you feel me? Like, but who is these niggas? You feel me? That's your bias right there, you know? Like,
I kind of feel them though. My region is the South, you East Coast, West, you Midwest, so I kind of feel them. You feel me?
Yeah. I feel them too. I get it.
I'll say,
in my opinion,
I agree with him 100%.
And this is my opinion, you know, as an outsider looking at New York, and especially when I watched this show back, the way Outkast got booed, I'm like, damn, shorty. And then when the Brett and Jermaine Dupri did that performance, straight silent.
Yeah.
But when Lil Kim came out there, it's like, you know, as an outsider, you know, looking towards New York, like, we look at y'all like, if we can make it there, we can make it anywhere. We just want y'all to prove it. All we want is y'all approval. Yeah. But y'all ain't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, like
the West Coast, y'all fuck with the West Coast. It was just more so Death Row. Because when they said something about Eazy-E, you know what I'm saying? It was more the Death Row y'all ain't fuck with. But everything else West Coast y'all fuck with. But when it comes to down south, especially in the 90s, y'all gave us a hard time, bro. You feel me?
The thing about it is like the search, like I don't say searching, but looking for approval. Me personally, I can't speak. You feel me? Like I can't speak on a whole East Coast or even just a New Yorker as a rap fan. I can give my perspective as a New York native that's a hip hop fan. You feel me? And so it's one thing to say like want the approval, which I kind of get. Because New Yorkers in general are very protective of hip hop. You feel me? A lot of people get tired of us saying it, but it's the truth. Parent is not protective over their child. Even when you go out and have their little friends and stuff. I mean, like, dude, people get Common. He not even from New York. I used to love her. You feel me? Erykah Badu, Love of My Life song. All of those is tributes to hip hop. We love hip hop. So when something come that we not used to, it's like, hold up. Like what is this? But I never felt like anybody needed approval to do anything that they love. I feel, and there's a lot of New Yorkers that I know. Yeah, and it's a lot of New Yorkers that I do know feel the same way because I know them and we've had these conversations. I feel like, yeah, we birthed this thing. We started hip hop. Never take that away from us. Always respect that. But you don't have to be here to love hip hop and be a rapper. You get what I'm saying? Now, will we critique the fuck out of you? I know I will. I know I will. This shit started where I'm from. And we are pretty much based off of lyrics. Again, the South was a different. Now, I ain't gonna say Outkast. You feel me? But the South had like artists with different type of, and it wasn't like we off lyrics. You feel me? Riding the beat. You know, one with a beat and boom pap and punchlines and shit. And that's why I feel like New York City itself.
All niggas wanted is some approval. You know what I'm saying? If y'all fuck with us, then we good.
Say that again.
I'm about to say, if we wanted was some approval, and if y'all fuck with us, then we know we good. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel as an outsider.
Look what it did for the South, though. Not even saying that it was a positive thing or whatever, but y'all felt like y'all wasn't getting the approval, and y'all made y'all own way. Y'all didn't wait to get invited in. Oh, word, y'all ain't gonna let us in. I bet we gonna start our own party over here. And what happened? What happened as a whole? I'm not ashamed to say it. Everybody knows it. The South has had the rap game in the chokehold for decades now.
Yeah.
Y'all never needed approval. No, I feel like nobody needs approval for doing something that you love. That's why I'm such a valid defender of Eminem. Not even just the fact that I'm a fan of his, huge fan of his.
Yeah, but that's how it was. That's how it was, bro. I'm sure times change now, but you know, for a long time, bro, that's just how it was, man. Like we gotta make it in New York, bro. And quick little story. I know I fuck with all kinds of weird rappers and shit. I fuck with OJ the Juice Man. And
Yeah.
07, 06, 07, 08, Juice Man was that nigga. But before he blew, you know what I'm saying, he was kind of like underground. He was telling the story. He was in New York. He had to open up for Wu-Tang when he performed. Crowd booing the shit out this nigga. He was like, damn. Wu-Tang came out. They killed it, rocked the show, right? So after a couple of years, you know, Juice Man blew up. He popping. And when he went back, they was fucking with him. And then remember, he did a song with Jada Kiss.
Yeah. Phony. Who's fake? Yeah.
Yeah.
You think about it, like,
so you know, Juice did something. Kiss got him on the record, right?
some would argue that Wayne got a major boost from chilling with Dipset. From chilling with Dipset. Being endorsed, being endorsed by Jay and shit like that. You feel me? But me personally, I gotta be honest, like, another reason why I always kind of fuck with Southern rap, because my cousins, for real, like, my cousins is from the South. My cousins is from South Carolina, you feel me, Atlanta and all of that, and I lived with them. And they put me on to, I knew who T.I. was before he hit New York. You feel me? I knew who Boosie was before he hit New York. I knew who Gucci Man was, OJ the Juice Man. I knew who these dudes were before they even hit New York. Like, real talk, off the street, my cousins. So I always kind of fuck with Southern rap. And then also, I've seen Southern artists be embraced by New York. T.I., Ludacris, Jeezy. Well, we love Jeezy and Gucci B. Like, for real. Like, we was fucking with it was niggas in New York with the snowman shirts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like niggas fuck with Jeezy because Jay endorsed them. Or do niggas really fuck with Jeezy?
I feel like
Jeezy don't got no.
I feel like
he don't got no bonds. He's not known for that. But if you was trapping around 05, 06, Jeezy got you through.
And that's it. And that's it. Yeah, Jay probably introduced us to Jeezy, introduced Jeezy to us. But once Jay put him in the door, it's up to Jeezy now to hold on. What he did. He followed through. Just like you said, if you was out there getting that money, you feel me? You was fucking with Jeezy because that's what he pumping. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's battery. That's your motivation. It's one of your motivations and stuff. And I feel like that's Jeezy. You feel me? Was loved and embraced by New York. Same way Gucci. You feel me? Talking that real street shit. T.I. T.I. talking the street shit, and it was coming off very authentic. But T.I. is a lyricist. T.I. got bars. T.I. can fucking rap. T.I. can ride a beat. He can, you feel me, in cadence and shit like that. T.I. to me, like one of the closest Southern artists that was on some real lyrical type shit. Outside of like Scarface and Andre 3000. You get what I'm saying? And the OGs and shit like that.
I was
I feel like you say that,
for a minute. Let me chime in for a minute. With what y'all talking about is that like when I really started fucking with the South, it was 8Ball and MJG and 3 6 Mafia and Outkast and T.I. I'll say and Pimp C and Bun B. I'll say what's that track? Oh my god. 3 6 Mafia track.
for the summer.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
I know it's one thing I'll never forgive the South for, and I don't give a damn who like it or not. Talking to you, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, I'll never, for real, I will never forgive the South for mumble rap. Never. I will never forgive y'all for that shit. I will never forgive y'all for lean rap and drugs rap. Like on drugs, I never forgive y'all for that shit. For real.
Yeah.
That's one
But
thing.
going back to T.I. real quick, I heard this nigga rapping with Dipset. He was on Jim Jones' album On My Way to Church.
Who that?
T.I.
T.I.
Yeah. You said you one of the first South lyrical rappers that you heard. What about Bun B? You heard Bun B after T.I., or you don't fuck with Bun B like that?
Yeah, I wasn't on Bun B before T.I. I was on T.I. before Bun B. You feel me? A lot of dudes that I appreciate now and got on my playlist, like really be vibing to them. I went back and listened to their stuff. UGK was one of them. You know, Six Mafia was one of them. Because I'll be honest, like coming up, I mean, like I had my little CD player and stuff like that, but I had very few albums. You know, I was only focused on like Eminem.
You got your own playlist that you had.
I was only focused on like Eminem and Pac and DMX and stuff like that. I rarely went and ventured out and bought other albums. I would listen to them on the radio. You get what I'm saying? But because you know we spending money now.
Yeah.
You ain't downloading. You feel me? So I'm going to buy Eminem's album. I'm going to buy Tupac's album. These is my. You feel me? I'm going to buy DMX. Everybody else, I catch you on the radio on the video 106 in Park or something like that. But
I would say, but also too though, you had the bootleg man out there.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I got you.
It was no shade to him at all. Like it really wasn't no shade to him at all. But like, yeah, I went and copped the Get Rich or Die Trying album. Hell yeah, I wanted that shit. You feel me? But as I got older and technology has, you feel me, afforded us opportunities to just search something and download it, put it on your playlist, I went back. So many artists, yo. Like for real, so many artists. That's why I'm a fan of Rakim now in recent years. The past 3 or 4 years, I've been listening to Rakim and KRS-One and all of them. Like for real. You know?
Yeah.
I go back.
That's funny. You said that. How you feel about them is how I feel about Poor Righteous Teachers and Brand Nubian. I started playing the fuck out them the past 3-4 years.
Yeah, I gotta start Brand Nubian. So here's my shit with Brand Nubian. I really gotta get off this shit. I'm fucking with Brand Nubian.
Come on, man.
Shit to say about my nigga M, yo. For real, B. Yo, Jamal just be hating on my son M, man. I just can't get with that.
It's just an opinion, bro. Remember, it's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion. But it becomes more of that when every interview Eminem is pretty much, which I will say is Vlad too, because Vlad the one asking the questions. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'll say
Vlad,
it's always like on the
he's chopping the episode up. It's probably not even full context.
Yeah. But send me some Brand Nubian stuff, man, for real. So.
Yeah. Say less, got you. But going back to Bun B before we change subjects, I be telling niggas maturing is realizing that Bun B had killed Jay-Z on Big Pimpin', and Bun B wrote that hook. Jay-Z didn't write that hook.
I ain't gonna lie, like Big Pimpin'.
And Pimp killed that shit too in his own way, but
yeah.
Jay-Z got Eminem.
Yo, I think
shit.
You ain't gonna get me to say Bun killed Jay on that. I think everybody did their thing.
Yeah. I just want you to admit it one time, you know.
It's not true. You feel me? Me give my heart to a woman, not for nothing, never had to not be forever macking. What? No. Like, nah. We ain't about to.
All right. You gonna listen to it tomorrow and be like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, we trying to figure out, y'all like really tell us what y'all think if y'all want to. We kind of want to do our own little verses.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want to do a lot of songs against these niggas. For real. And I want to see what y'all got.
Yeah. But we supposed to do Jay-Z and Nas, right? Who was on?
Jay-Z and Nas, you was gonna do that with
Oh,
G.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm down to do the verses. Let the people pick whatever they want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Our own little verses. Yeah.
I hope y'all already know who my champion is.
Cool. Eminem?
Nope.
Pop.
Nope. See, I ain't even ready. Why?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Nah, ain't Mike. I mean, Mike could be one of my champions, but that's just cheating. I ain't even about to, you feel me? That's cheating. Jada, man.
When we do it gotta be, the verses gotta be similar. It can't be two different jumps.
Yeah. A lot of people can't go up against Jada.
Oh, Kiss?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I go against you with Kiss.
Well, who?
DMX.
Oh, just thinking that too.
Lord,
Thinking that.
Nah. If you throw DMX in there, I'm using J. Which I still would give that to DMX. I would. If you throw DMX in there, I'm using Pop. I ain't gonna lie.
But mind you, we gotta use radio singles. We can't use no deep cuts.
I got you. Damn, we can't use no deep cuts.
Nope. Only radio singles, bro. We gonna do it like a real versus.
I bet. Say no more.
But let's get back to the Source Awards, the meat and potatoes. That's what they.
All right, so that was one of them. You know, we talked about that and what transpired from that. The South really kicked in the door and made a space for themselves. Launched many different artists and trends and cultures and stuff like that. So they did their thing, and a lot of people view that as the call to arms. That segment at the 95 Source Awards where Outkast winning Best New Group, you know? Another one I wanted to talk about was, you know, Suge. It was a lot of tension in there the whole night. Like, I was saying that territorial, regional type of tribalism type of thing, I guess, if you will, right?
Right.
And throughout the night, it was so many things. You got Suge doing his infamous all in the videos, right?
That was cause that was after Biggie and them performed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying right. Yeah, that's the performance right there.
Yeah, you got Biggie East Coast in the house.
It was all the bad boy art. It was like a 10-minute set.
Yep.
The West Coast got their version in the beginning of the show.
When another thing is when Dre had won Producer of the Year, they was getting booed. And Snoop did that. The East Coast ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. You know, that led to the shit. That was more gasoline, which I think is personally a bitch ass move on Snoop part, because Snoop ended up backing out that whole fucking beef after you feel me?
I'll say with that,
Yeah.
I would say what's saying your kind of put your kind of I'll say because I think after the performance was over with, Puffy had said something first. Puff said something first. He like,
I was keeping it cool.
hey, I want to give props to all the nominees, and everybody who won, Dr. Dre, Death Row, I'm sorry, Dre, Snoop, I would say Dre, Suge, and also he gave props to the Brat and Jermaine Dupri for the performance.
Yeah.
And then when Snoop had won, and then that's when he like, all right, know what? Forget all this beef. We're simmering down right now.
I think Puff was just being Puff, actually.
Yeah.
Putting on the front for the cameras and the world and the shows and shit like that. But he was doing shady shit behind the scenes. That was, you feel me? Had that whole shit.
Yeah, good actor. He made it look genuine.
Motherfucker. Yeah, like, you know, he was saying some real shit, but at the same time, in the same night, you talking about, I live in the East, I'm the East, I'm down the East, and shit like that. You feel me? Like,
right, yeah.
Nigga, like that whole shit just sparked up so much stuff. Even John Singleton went up there. John Singleton went up there and was like, you know, all this stuff with the East Coast and the West Coast and the South, you know, we got this pretty much and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
He tried it, you feel me? But that sparked the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, which a lot of people, and I think some of it is true, the media really contribute to giving it life, right?
Yeah.
Articles and interviews or whatever the case may be, is just like that. So the media like really contribute to it as well, but you could like really feel that tension in the air that night. Any video that I saw on it, all of these people that were there and talking about it, they all did pretty much the same thing. You could feel that shit in the air, like shit could have popped off at any moment because everybody was territorial. Everybody was some territorial type. And like you said, that was the thing that led to most division in hip hop. And who knows? Yeah. One of the things that ultimately got Biggie and Tupac killed.
Yeah. With I'll say in the midst of coming up to this podcast and in the midst of this show, I did my little homework and I read that that after the show's over with, Suge and Puff had like a little sit down and Suge kind of like well Puff kind of like want to know like, oh man, Joe, hey, what was this all about? And then so Suge was like, hey, that comment that I said really wasn't directed towards you.
It was about JD, he said.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. I'll say I wasn't there. I can't say, hey, this was really said. I just read the little.
I think Puff would have told that story by now. He did hundreds of interviews since then.
I think he said it on Drink Champs.
Oh, he did?
I think he said it on one of those podcasts. I think it was Drink Champs, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
yeah, but either or though, you know.
It was
Jermaine was definitely hated on. He was one of the ones that was hated on too.
Yeah. It was very like that was when after that awards.
Yeah.
It was like you could see the competitiveness in hip hop. Like really, it like really shifted to competitiveness and like this is my team. Like, cause think about it, like I would say that that's actually where record labels actually kind of became the brand or more famous than the actual artist, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to sign this person wanted to sign the Rockefeller or Cash Money or Rough Rider, you feel me, or Bad Boy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Death Row Chains and stuff like that. You know, like I think that kind of like really probably started that trajectory of labels actually being stars and famous and having its own thing to stand on, as opposed to just the artists that they sign. They're bringing fame to the artists instead of the artists bringing fame to them, in a way.
Mm-hmm. I can
I'm with
agree
you
with
with that.
that
I'm
one.
with you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit started around that time. Like all the labels you name, you know, Rockefeller, No Limit. You know what I'm saying? I remember they did 106 in Park. Did their little Freestyle Friday joint, and the winner get a record deal with Rough Rider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
for real.
And niggas was really rapping and battling for that joint. I think a Chinese dude won that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen. Nah,
Yeah. I'll say right. Yeah, Jen.
you know who was good on Freestyle Friday, like real good? Blind Fury.
Yeah.
Blind Fury was nice.
I'll say
Yeah.
I ain't
If
gonna
you
cap.
know, you
I'll
know.
say it was a lot of good rappers. It was a lot of good freestylers that came through 106 Park Freestyle Friday. It was a lot of good rappers that came through there. I'm saying because I think someone went to what's name too. I think someone went to Smack.
Okay.
Cause I think what's
Yeah.
name went there. Cause what's my boy name? Not Lux. I think Elliot Ness came there. I'm saying the one that went to the band. Elliot Ness. He came through Freestyle Friday.
Oh, Ness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh, he
remember.
did?
Yeah, Enes. I remember
Yeah.
Enes. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I ain't know that. That's all right. I saw him before, too. Yeah, I got relatives in Philly and shit. Saw him up there. But yeah, man. You know, Snoop up there fussing. Suge Knight throwing shots. We don't know who, quote unquote, but
For real.
you know, some might say it was messy, some might say it was important, some might say it was pivotal. I don't know. You can look at it many different ways.
It was like so many moments, man. Like, has there ever been a award show in hip hop that was that impactful?
No, not since.
Nah, can't think of nothing that stick out.
Not the. I'll say I can't think of
RZA was
nothing
trying to
that.
keep it cool.
Yeah, RZA was trying to keep it cool. Wu-Tang, Meth had performed. What Meth performed?
Bring the
What's that
pain.
song?
Damn,
Bring the
I'll
pain.
say
Bring the
those
pain.
moved from
Bring the
I'll say
pain.
those are soundtrack to Great Ray Hate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was let me pull these performances up. I had in my little
Right,
notes.
my damn. Oh, here we go.
So we had performances by Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, Faith Evans, You Used to Love Me, Total, Can't You See, Junior Mafia. They did Plays Anthem. Big did One More
Look,
Chance.
the biggest top of the night.
Mm-hmm. The Brat, Give It to You. Meth did To Bring the Pain. Dre, Keep the Head Ringing.
The
Dog
Brat didn't get no love. They was quiet on the Brat.
Yeah, I'm saying right. I'm saying that's what kind of like got me a little bit too. I'm saying the Brat.
And the Brat she from Chicago. She not even from the South.
That's that.
But yeah, well,
for real.
so I mean,
Nigga Big said Brooklyn and
yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you said
So
Craig Mack,
DJ Quick,
Faith
DJ
Evans.
Quick performed, Sneed,
shout out to
Lady
MC8
Waves.
performance. And MC8 was there. He sent shots at MC8 in that performance. And MC8 was there in the crowd.
They
You
was
know?
beefing with each other. Bone Thugs did a medley, 3 songs.
Yep.
And they got some chill. They got some chill. I think they got some chill because they was affiliated with Eazy-E.
Yeah.
You know, Eazy-E got love regardless.
Why the fuck with Bone?
Yeah, Bone got love. I'm surprised they got a pop. I just knew they was gonna get booed.
I did. I sure thought they were gonna get booed. I swear I did.
Yo, man, that award show to me symbolized a lot of stuff in hip hop. It symbolized a power struggle, right?
Yeah.
It symbolized something fighting for its own space, its own, you know, to be itself. That was the South, you know. Labels as stars, CEOs as stars, Suge and Puff and all of that. You feel me? These were becoming celebrities and stuff like that. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
I'll say this whole I'll say the Source Awards, yo, even though yes, we got East Coast, West Coast beef, we got the Biggie and Pac beef, we got the Rise of the South.
Yep.
Man, and if you sit back and think like, God dog, you're like, man, all right, now you got the South, you got the East, and the West. You ain't hearing shit from the Mid-South. I mean, the Mid.
I mean, Kelly was up there for some nominations, right? Bone Thugs.
Right. We get nominated for shit, but
Bone Thugs Midwest, right?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, in my opinion, the Midwest wasn't a thing yet.
Right, yeah. I'm because what? We had Bone Thugs, we had Kels, the Brat.
I got Common, Twister.
I'll say, but they weren't official yet, though.
Yeah, they was babies.
Y'all also,
you know what I'm saying?
King Von and Chief Keef. Thanks for that.
I appreciate Chief Keef though.
I don't like his music. I'm not a fan of his music.
But you know, man, you know, the Midwest the Midwest was in its infancy. So I mean, he had artists that was from there, but they weren't repping that shit. Midwest nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, wasn't Nelly probably like the first one screaming Midwest?
Yeah. but you hear what's name? We kind of like mentioned Chicago a little bit though in this rap twister, like every blue moon.
Yeah.
And Bone Thugs, they always repping Cleveland.
Yeah, but Nelly was saying like Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
guess
the Sun been around for years before that. I guess that was one of the ones that gave the South more notoriety, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
You know
I thought Nelly was a Southern rapper when I first heard him.
Yeah, I can see why you say that. I mean,
Yeah. I thought he was from the South.
Missouri is right there, a little bit above.
Yeah, I'll say right. I'll say St. Louis is kind of like right there, gonna give you the gateway to Memphis. We're going to the South, I should say.
Word.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, it's right there.
I think like what 32 an hour, 32 hour minute drive. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't still.
I think that really pretty much wraps it up. Anything else to add about the 95 Source Awards?
Nah, man. Not about the Source Awards, but in my opinion, I think 95 was one of the best years in hip hop. Again, go argue with a woman. I seen a post and it had all the albums that was released in 1995, and I'm looking at them shit. Damn, 95 was a damn good year for hip hop and R&B.
Yeah,
hip hop and R&B. And some of the biggest artists from 95, I seen posts like rappers that was the biggest of that year or whatever. In 95, you had so many options. You had Biggie and them doing this thing in 95. You know what I'm saying? Pac, we know Pac was that nigga, but he was locked up majority of 95. So, he kind of on the outskirts. But Wu-Tang had a big 95. You know what I'm saying? Because of the individual projects, Bone Thugs had a hell of a good 95. Goddamn Craig Mack, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So who was the MVP of 95? Like that's debatable.
MVP in 95. That's a whole nother show. Cause I gotta get into that. I gotta get
yeah. I gotta see if I can do some homework. I gotta do some homework for that.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, because I want to know now. And
I do too. Yeah.
And now I want to know for other years too.
Right. Oh, that should be the next music topic right there.
Yeah. You can go out singles and album sales and shit like that.
All right. I guess that's really it, right? You want to take us out?
Yeah, that's it. And any questions and concerns, comments, suggestions, throw it all in the comments so we can read them. Y'all want to hop on, let us know. We're doing this thing each and every week, and we thank y'all for tuning in for another exciting episode of the Smoking Section Podcast. For John and Wes, I am Jamar. Good night and good fight, everybody.
Yeah.